Hello YouTube. I'd like to start this video with a disclaimer about the title of this video. I do not in any way, shape, or form condone violence against anybody for any reason. So, when you see a comment that says I'm condoning violence against somebody for some reason, I'd just like you to refer them back to the beginning of the video. Now that being said, there's been a bit of an uproar on social media lately because a Mississippi man was beaten by another man, and the perpetrator was charged with assault. And then after that, he was upgraded to aggravated assault because the beating was pretty severe. So nothing wrong with that, right? I mean, that just seems like, yeah, that's how things should be, right? Of course not. I wouldn't be talking about it if that was the case. The victim has reached out to police and is trying to get a hate crime tacked on to the punishment of the crime itself. But what's a hate crime? I mean, I've asked that question on numerous platforms now, and nobody could seem to give me a straight answer. Hate crime. The punishment for the crime that he committed, being assault, is going to be fine enough. Aggravated assault, he might get a year in prison, might get 2 years in prison. I don't know what they do in Mississippi, but he's gonna get probably some prison time. The beating was pretty severe. So I don't understand why people want to tack on an additional charge of hate crime. And when did we become the thought police? If this person's motivation for beating the living hell out of someone was just to randomly beat the living hell out of someone, would they not deserve the same punishment? Would they deserve a lesser charge? 6 years ago, somebody keyed my car. They keyed a swastika into it, about this big. Now, I'm not Jewish. So if the person had been caught, they would have been caught for vandalism, and that's it. Now, if a different person keyed another person's car and that other person happened to be Jewish and they were caught, they would have been charged with vandalism and a hate crime. Why do they deserve more than whoever keyed up my car? That doesn't make any sense. You really want to police thoughts as soon as you start talking about hate crimes. I'm still waiting for someone to come back with a decent rebuttal to my very simple question. Why should there be anything that constitutes as a hate crime? You're really just glorifying the people that choose to do violence for no reason whatsoever, because they didn't think about the hatred. You could either label all crimes as hate crimes, or you could label none of them as hate crimes, and just label the crimes for what they are. That's all I'm saying.